I'm going to take you all through our coastal storm here. I'm meteorologist Joe Martucci. Let's take a look at what's going on here. I did update our coastal storm threats. I bumped down that tidal flooding threat. I bumped up the wind damage threat as well as the potential for snow and ice here. I think all in all, though, this is primarily a wind damage storm. It's not even going to be that widespread, though. More or less, this is your run-of-the-mill coastal storm we see here in South Jersey. But going back to what could happen at the start of the storm, it does look like if you're in Bridgeton, Vineland, perhaps even Hamilton, there will be patchy ice and snowflakes around here. But the likely potential for ice and more significant freezing rain will be in the northwest Philadelphia suburbs in far northern Newcastle County, northwest of Wilmington. Here's why. At 7:30 a.m., Bridgeton's temperature is 32 degrees here, so there should still be some icing. Even at 8 a.m., even though it's 34 in Bridgeton, the ground level, your railings, your steps can be 29 or 30 degrees. But once you get to, let's say, Mays Landing, and once you get to Brick, we're well above freezing here. We'll be rising with our temperatures as rain goes on during the day, but the heaviest rain is going to come after dark here. You see at 9:30 p.m., a lot of those yellows and oranges, that's heavier rain. And we couldn't even see a rumble of thunder, too. It's not ruled out. The center of the low pressure system moves in as we go into early Friday morning. Even though it sounds counterintuitive, when the center of the storm comes through, it's going to be relatively drier, just like a hurricane would. You get to the eye of the storm, it's clear, it's calm. It's not going to be clear and calm, but it's certainly not going to be as wet as it will be during the evening hours on Thursday here. That low pressure moves closer into New Jersey as we go into Friday during the late morning hours here. Still a couple of showers possible north of the Atlantic City Expressway, but by sunrise on Friday, if you're in Cape May or you're in Ocean City, you're dry for today. It's just going to be a fairly gloomy day with breezy conditions all day long. Rainfall totals between 1 to 2 inches. We will see some pockets of rainfall flooding, and in combination with that coastal flooding early on Friday morning, it will cause some problems here. We go into your gusts, not all that gusty Thursday during the day, but they kick up after dark. Coming from the east here, 30 to 40 miles an hour, even 50s as we go deeper into the evening and into the overnight hours. Then we get into early Friday morning. This is where it gets interesting. As the low pressure system, which spins counterclockwise, moves into New Jersey, onto land, we're going to see a wide range of winds for some period of time here, where it's from the southwest of Cape May, fairly light, but strong from the northeast in Ocean County around that low pressure system. By 9 a.m., you see it creeping north. So, now we're talking about Sea Isle with those southwesterly winds, but still strong in Seaside Heights. This is why Ocean County is probably going to have more flooding issues than places south here, because as we go into Friday, by noon, it's still blowing from the onshore direction there. Eventually, it goes offshore everywhere for the afternoon. Still going to be gusty, but I don't anticipate that wind damage here. We look at our power outage risk for your Friday, early Friday, even Thursday night, a slight risk with those gusts up to 50 miles an hour, and the unlikely, but can't completely rule out chance of some lightning here. Tidal flooding, again, 2 rounds of it for the Jersey Shore counties. The Delaware Bay looks to just be in minor flood states for the Friday morning high tide. If you're in the Barnegat Bay, we could flood for a longer period of time, Friday afternoon and evening here. Could actually be the whole afternoon and evening there. Just something to keep in mind. So for Atlantic City, what does minor flood states look like? See those blue roads that are shaded here? That's over towards the inlet and then over in Venice Park. That's where those roads are fully under, we could say, up to 4 inches of salt water. Don't drive through that flooded water. We look at the waves, 4 to 7 feet here, an east swell with long wave periods. The surf is going to be very rough. So to recap, Thursday during the daytime hours, brief ice for western Cumberland County, maybe even Hamilton. Otherwise, it's plain rain for all of us, and it'll be plain rain most of the time, even in Cumberland County here. Thursday night's the worst of it. And then as we get into Friday during the daytime hours, some showers north of the Atlantic City Expressway, possibly also some stronger gusts of 40 miles an hour. Otherwise, it's just a breezy day. Looking at our numbers, we're rising even as we go into the evening here with that rain. Then we go into Thursday night. Temperatures are going to be only around or above 50 degrees. They're going to stay pretty steady Thursday night. And then Friday, our highest temperature should actually be during the morning. Then we fall into the 40s. during the afternoon. Here's a look at our inland 7-day forecast. Getting colder into the weekend and into early next week. Plenty of sunshine to go around here. We'll flip on over to the shore 7-day. Getting into the 20s there too for lows. And it looks like this cold pattern is going to last right until about Christmas Eve, when another storm system's looking likely. We'll have more details for you on that after we get past this storm. You can keep tuned to us on our website, pressofac.com/weather. We'll be updating there as needed all day long.